Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I would like to share my journey so far since becoming a Muslim. Alhamdulillah, it's been 4 years now, and I would like to share my first year becoming a Muslim and the challenges that I faced from family and friends when I decided to take my Shahada. So during my first year, after taking my Shahada, the first thing that I learned to do was learning how to pray actually. So I remember back then I used to go on YouTube and then search how to pray Fajr, how to pray Zuhur, and I would play that video while I was praying. During my first year, one thing I realized was I was like going head on every aspect, like trying to learn everything and at the same time. And one important advice that I got then was taking things slowly, like learning things slowly, because even the Quran was revealed slowly. So I should not just jump into it, because that way I would be burnt out if I keep trying to learn everything at the same time. So that was one thing that I did actually, trying to take it as gradually as possible so that I will be able to flow very well into the routine that I was creating for myself. So after I reverted to Islam, that's when the real journey began. Because honestly, reverting to Islam is one thing, but staying firm, entertaining people's questions and people's opinion is something entirely different. And that's when the challenges came in. So, and I was advised when it comes to informing my family not to rush into doing that, but it was important for me to remain grounded and firm in the deen first before I involve people, because what they told me is the kind of pressure I might face, I might not be able to withstand if I had not become grounded in the religion first. So I did not tell my family for like 2 years after becoming a Muslim. So the time I decided to tell my family, I started with telling my brother first. So the day I decided to call him and sit him down and inform him about my becoming a Muslim, when I told him, he was like, oh, he knew already. And I was like, how did you know? Like, why haven't you mentioned it to me? And he mentioned that he had seen me praying earlier, and he went and informed my sister, and my sister came and peeped at me while I was praying too. So, and I was like, okay, why didn't you inform me all this while? Like, and I've been struggling and hiding myself, trying to pray. So, then I explained everything to him about how I even became a Muslim, how I came to Islam. So looking at how he took it very calmly, actually. He did not judge. He just told me that he respected my decision, and he knows that everyone has their rights to their religion. So I felt, oh, since he was comfortable and he had mentioned that he had already, my sister too had seen me praying, I felt like, okay, let me also inform my sister immediately. So when I informed my sister, she had a different reaction entirely, actually. She was a bit upset, and she was like, why would I do such a thing? And I remember trying to like calm her down to explain myself, but she got really hot and she ended the call on me. Although later she called me back and explained to me how sorry she was with her reaction. And then she also mentioned that it was not an easy news for her to hear. That was why she reacted that way. And you know, one thing that helped me actually with my family was the fact that it's important for you to reassure them and to tell them that, oh, you are not a different person, that you are just someone that has found their purpose, and that they should not feel like you are completely different from who they used to know before. It's just that you now have a stronger sense of purpose. So, and also showing them good character when it comes to how you treat them, how you speak to them. So that way they would see the improvement that Islam is making in your life. Another challenge I face is having to constantly defend myself when people approach me trying to figure out why I chose to be a Muslim. Most times they just want to hold on to something to say that's the reason why I became a Muslim. So they would have questions like, oh, is one of my parents a Muslim? Or they will be like, I got married to a Muslim, right? That's why I am a Muslim. Or they will be like, oh, are you sure you didn't convert because of a guy? And it's just so funny how people reduce your decision down to an individual. And it's really unfair, because Islam is not something that I just jumped into. It was something that I did research about, and I got convinced, and that was the reason I chose to be a Muslim.